Hey everybody, there we go. Okay, hopefully this is working now. I've been having some issues trying to get the well, first I hope StreamYard is streaming to both YouTube and my creative confidence group, because that was the first part of the struggle. And then I have the laptop here too, so I'm looking over here. But yeah, if anybody's on yet, first welcome to the channel if you're new here, or if you're from the group, what's up? Say hi, let me know you're on here, and let me know if you can hear me. That's the main thing. Let me know if you can hear me. Tonight I have a, okay, Olivia, can you hear me? I'm looking at the laptop and I'm looking at the phone. The laptop won't let me go on. But this side is good with the phone, so hopefully you can hear me. Okay, perfect. So it's just StreamYard telling me that you guys might not be able to hear me. So, what's up, you guys? It's Talia, your creative confidence mentor. I'm here to reconnect you with your creative identity. And I'm demonstrating some things that I do so that you can do it too. Tonight I've kind of started it with the painting, but I've got one of my old, or not old, but one of my previous acrylic pour paintings here. And I'm starting to put an outline, and put a square, well, I guess a rectangle on the inside, and then a smaller one, and then we're going to do a 3D painting, outline it with, or give it some shadow with the paint, and create a box coming inward, kind of like 3D. So that's the goal. That's what I'm gonna prepare the taping for. I also have I didn't go live last week, but the week before was when I attempted to do the 3D bead painting, and it didn't come out quite right because I had two. Uh, it was this way. I only had two things going on this way, and then three going this way. But what I was missing was a third one. So when I did it, I had it this way. I did the over, under, over, and then over, under, over, but I didn't have the under, over, under. So I redid it with some cardboard. So it looks pretty cool. I might paint it. I might go back over it and create on this. I might use this as like a mixed media type junk journal. So if we have time after doing this painting, I might be able to start working on this. And if we do, I have some stencils that I want to work with. I have hexagon, or like the hive, and I have some butterflies and hummingbirds. So we've got some things to work with if we have time. Otherwise, I'm gonna put the camera down. That way you guys can see me continue set up the tape, and then we'll get to paint. So here we go. Good. Oh, there goes some popsicle sticks. All right, so I've got this part here, the square, and you'll notice that in the corner I have two tapes coming across together, so that gives me the angle where I'm going, or a guideline as far as where my squares are going to be made, or rectangles, I should say. Rectangles. So what's up? It's been a couple weeks since we've seen each other. Oh, you know what? Olivia, did you see my hair? I look like a snow cone. So I have blue and purple in my hair now. I got a little carried away with my paintbrush and it ended up in my hair. Just kidding. But yeah, I colored my hair last week and it was actually such a long day. It took forever. I'm glad I didn't do it on my own because it was a lot of work. Um, the lady that helped me, it took her, I think, 5 hours for us to do my hair, but it was pretty cool. So yeah, I went in there like around 1:30 and we weren't done till like close to 6, and I was tired. So I knew I didn't have the energy to come on live. So I'm sorry I didn't do it live last week, but I was definitely looking forward to this after that 3D weave painting failed the week before. So I'm definitely sure that this one will come out a lot better. It's gonna look pretty cool. So I've got, you see where I've used the tape to guide me. So now that that layer is done, I'm removing the tape and bringing them in here to this corner so that I can make the next layer. Oops. All right, so it's on the inside. One more. How is everybody's weekend going so far? Friday night, it's Saturday night. Tomorrow night, you'll be getting ready for work again. If you're like me and you work Monday through Friday. I have a couple cousins who they don't get the regular weekends like I do. So Sunday and Monday might be someone's weekend. There we go. Okay, on to the next layer. So once I make the rectangles, that's when I'm gonna go in with the paint and make the shadow on the inside here, corners. And it'll look like it's coming in a layer. Shape. Oops. I'm gonna start trying to make it look perfect and just I think I'm wasting time. This tape here might be long enough. It is. Just enough. Okay. Now we bring this in. See how many layers going to. Oh, 3. It's gonna be good. I think that should be enough for us to be able to see the pattern and make out what I'm trying to do. I tried to do a couple layers. I think I only did one by the time I had to come live, but it was just, I wanted you guys to be able to see what I'm doing or the process that I'm taking to do this. And I'm basically using the same tape from the corners just to make it easy to make it look there. Just use this here. Use the tape I already have. Oh, come on. And we are done. Now I'm going to remove these corner tapes, my guides. You know, every time we do a live and I use this masking tape whenever I use when I have access, I just put it on my stand. So by the time I'm done with the live, I have masking tape everywhere. So here we go. This looks pretty neat. And it didn't take much effort. All I had to do was keep putting the corners in. So I have 1, 2, 3, and a small box here. I'm gonna keep that a little light. But we've got the black paint here. And I've got a big white brush. Oh, let's see if I can get this off. There we go. All right. Let's scooch you back just a little bit. There we go. That looks cool already, just looking at the tape. Okay, so let's go in with the black tape. I mean, with the black paint. Oops. Some crust, dry crust paint. Okay. So I'm not gonna use a whole lot, but I'm gonna pour. I'm gonna dip it to the side, so that way it just gets on the tip of my paintbrush. And I'm just gonna go make a line along here. And it's more on the tape than it is on my painting. And then I'm just gonna brush it like this. Give it like a faint shadow. Right. So we're kind of just pulling the paint across the tape onto the canvas. It may look more than a shadow because I'm bringing it up a little bit further. Whoops. Yeah, I just went off my tape right there. But you can see it's creating that shadow. There it goes. So I'm gonna get some of this paint here. And that actually go. I'm gonna need more black. It's my first time doing this, so I'm pretty sure it's not gonna come out perfect. But the scariest part for me was to pick a painting that I've already done and paint over it. So I chose this painting because it was a bigger canvas. I haven't worked with a big canvas for a while. And I figured this would be cool. It's got a lot of color to it. Where's my line? I'm gonna turn it just so I can see where my line is. I think my neighbors upstairs see me. I think I need to try. There we go. Kind of faded out a little bit. Oops. There's a difference between the flat brush. You see that? Flat brush and the rounded one. So I'm going back with the flat one because I created some little round pieces there where I didn't intend to. Okay. Now I'm going to do the inside one. Hopefully it's a little bit better than my outside. My first one's a little messy. I probably need something under. Use another painting. Since we're not pouring here, I don't have to worry about anything. But I think something under it so my canvas isn't getting wobbly. Hey, Candace! I just seen that you joined us. So I'm attempting to create a 3D look on one of my previous paintings. We'll see how it goes. It's good so far. Nothing too crazy yet. Okay, I think that's good. It kind of got crazy over here. Okay, next layer. Oops, I put more of my paint on the painting than on the tape, but so this side might be a little bit more thicker. So that's definitely something you want to focus on if you want this to be neat, is to keep the same amount of paint uh, at the edge of your tape without giving it on the painting. I'm not talking much because I'm actually enjoying this. You guys get to see me in my zone. There's no need for talking, just doing it. Plus, I don't know if you can hear them, but I can hear my neighbors singing upstairs. If StreamYard did this successfully, then I have my live also streaming in my group, and that's usually where, on Facebook, they try and kick me off if I have music playing, so hopefully it doesn't hear it. Hopefully you can hear me. Okay, I'm just gonna bring this into corners. Let's paint over here. Okay, do we see anything uneven? It looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, let me know if the camera goes a little wonky. Sometimes it'll try and focus and it'll get out of focus or like it'll look crazy. Okay. Here. So at this point, I've got all of it. I'm just, looking back at some areas that may look a little faded as opposed to shady. Shading over here is a little bit more pink. Okay, you guys ready to see what it looks like? Alrighty. And let's see, should we start from the inside out or the outside in? I think we'll go from the outside in because I'm hoping that we'll see it come up this way. Well, the lines are neat. Oh, this tape. Oh, this tape. What should I do with this tape? I have this. I'll just do a random pattern. Use my tape here. Neat. Okay, it's not bad so far. There's where the I'll call them clouds. That was formed from the rounded brush. Even the tape, putting it over here on this painting or this board, it looks cool with the black and blue. This is really neat. So those of you that have already done or tried acrylic pour painting with me, if you've done a session, then here's an option that you have. After your painting dries, you can go back and create on it. Almost done. I'm over here focused on the tape on this one now. And not the reveal. I like how the corner on this one came out. Like I went in sideways with the brush. I think I should have done that with all of them. This one doesn't really have that effect. These other ones do. So, FYI, if anybody's gonna try this out. The shadowing in the corners. Oh wow. Wow. Oop, I needed some more. Hold on a second. It's not too bad. I think that gets it now. Hello. it's all crazy over here. I'm gonna do some other stuff. But anyway, look at this. This looks so cool. I think if I do it this way, it might be better because you see how this got thick over here. And this one. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because it's the same on different areas. So here's what we can do. Take that. And let's see. Actually, my base is this brush. Look here. This is if it's too sharp, I'm trying to get it a little more. How does that look? I like it. All right, so that's cool. So what else can I use on here? I could probably go and add some more to this, but I'm gonna leave this alone because it looks pretty cool as it is. And then I go and touch on it again. That's the discipline of being an artist. You have to know when to stop. So being that this looks good so far, I'm gonna leave it for today. Today's task of giving it that 3D effect is done. I like it. So if I ever come back to this, it'll be to add more to it, but it won't be today. So there we are. I hope you guys like that. That was pretty interesting. It wasn't too hard. I think it just was time consuming with getting everything lined up and getting your tape on here. But otherwise, that's the hardest part of it. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this paint out of the way. And this was used as my support. So now I'm going over to this one here with the cardboard. I'm gonna add some, actually I might just use this same brush in the shadow here. Doing the same thing on each corner, just to kind of give it some depth. And I'm using the brush that has the least paint on it. It's kind of dry. And I probably should have done that on the painting. So here's what I did. I dipped it here to get the painting, and then I used this brush to get some of that off so it wasn't too thick, but it's enough to give shadow here. So this is kind of neat because it makes it look like it's coming off the painting. I mean, it is, but you know, kind of see it a little bit more. So this is how you can create with mixed media on the same canvas. This cardboard actually came from me creating some journals, some junk journals, which I need to mail some of them out. Oh, good morning, Natalie. Natalie. I don't know if you're watching or if you'll get to watch the replay, but I'm excited that I'll be able to send off your painting soon enough. It's gonna be pretty interesting. That'll be my first painting going so far. Okay, where else did I miss? Okay, I think I'm done with this. Now, I also wanted to try the stamp, but I don't know what color I'm going to use, and I might use it on this board here. So, this is what this looks like. I just added some cardboard on there with a hot glue gun, and I painted the shading. I'll probably come back to this as well. But I want to use this board because I want to show you guys some layering that you can do and all this crazy tape. It's just a great example. So let me try and get some of this excess off. I just want it so my board isn't getting stuck to the table like this. So I just randomly put the tape on here. I wasn't going for anything in particular. But I think that's where I'm going to be putting this black since that's what's left on my brush. And then we'll come in with like some bright colors and different colors. And then that will be our first layer. And then I'll come back in with another color. So black will be the base, I guess. So you guys are pretty much just really hanging out with me tonight while I create this. The 3D effect was the one that I wanted to show you guys and try with you all on the live. But as far as this mixed media part, this is something that I've been wanting to do. So yeah, you just get to watch me create. I have this metallic color. And this blue. So have like a dark background. I have people from home who are Raiders fans. If you're watching the replay, here you go. Here's the Raider colors. Do you have football teams? Like your favorite football team? I don't have one. I don't really watch football like that. I gotta learn it first. But I know a lot of people out here who love football. Okay, I think that's good. And then I'm gonna use the balloon. All my colors are just getting mixed up. But it's fine. I'm also not using like a really thick layer because we're gonna keep creating. So I just kind of want it thin enough to give me some color, but that it can dry here while we're working. And my background or what I'm painting on is a wooden panel. I got a set of 12, I think, or a pack of 12 at Walmart. I don't remember how much they were. I think maybe like $5. So if you're also beginning your painting journey, you try out a few things. You can get some wooden panels to create on. All right, so got all that there. Now I'm gonna start taking the tape off on this side first. This is like a scavenger hunt. Now I gotta find the ends of the tape just to reveal it. Oh dang. I'm usually good about turning everything off before my alarm. So, if there are any notifications going off. That's my phone. There we go. Sorry if it went out for a moment. I had to turn those off. Where are we? Where are we? There's like one tape holding all of these ones down. There it is. Maybe. There's this one. This looks pretty cool for a background. It looks crazy that I have to take off all this tape now, but okay, so I have so much tape that there's not a whole lot of design on it, but it is definitely a crazy background. So I'll keep some of it. Like tape here. Triangle here. We're gonna make some lines coming down from the triangle. Silk line here. Next to it. Oops. Okay, I think that's good. Now I'm gonna use a green. I'm gonna mix it with this blue. It's a sponge. So, you guys didn't know, but I have sponge here as I use for texture. So I'm mixing this blue and green paint real quick, and I'm just putting it on the sponge. And that's gonna create like a texture here in a moment. You'll see. some black in there a little bit. So that blends in. Blend, 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 blend. I should make that a game. Every time that I say the word blend, we have to do something. Because that word comes up a lot. Okay. There's that. Let's see. What other colors go with the gray? Black. Right here. Might add a little bit of blue if I have me. That's kind of got like a metallic color to it. Hopefully there's some. Come on, pink. There it is. Oh no. There it goes. At first it wasn't what I expected, so I had to pour it into another place. This is the great thing about acrylic paint is that you're never limited to colors. You can always mix colors. It doesn't matter the brand name, as long as you see like the consistency that it's got and the color that you want, mix them together. Another thing too is lighting is everything. You might be working on something and want to pick one color, and it might look great at the time or wherever you're creating, but if your lighting wasn't great, and once the paint dries and you take it out to a natural light or a white light, you'll see some colors do not transfer or look the same. Yeah. Ooh. So you can use a lot or a little. You notice that when there's less paint on the sponge, you kind of get more of the background. See the texture. I think I might actually be able to use my my stencil here. See, am I going to use blue? Black. Let's mix the two. Okay. That's cool. But that's pretty much what I do to create a background. Once I take this tape off, you'll be able to see some more designs. And I'll just keep doing it until I'm satisfied. And if you've seen any of my previous videos, you'll notice the junk journaling. You could do the same thing as so junk journaling is basically like a collage on a canvas, or if you prefer to have a journal or a book that you want to continue to create in, it can be called your junk journal. And every time that you're sitting down to create, you would just open up a new page and create on it. This is the same thing. So it's just a board that I had on hand. And I'm just creating on it. I'm reusing the tape from my painting demonstration. And I'm just going all over the place, creating more patterns, more shapes, different colors. Oh no. Okay. So I've got some black over here, some green, some teal. These are the hexagon patterns. Now I can go and make more shapes by covering what's here. Or I can start to go in and create with what I've already got. So I'm actually going to use this here. This one. X. Got. So if you struggle with perfection, this is a good way to find it. Because when you're layering, some of the things that you already previously created are going to get covered, and you just continue creating anyway. See that? Maybe that was a little too much black here. It didn't take so. And that's the thing, you learn as you go. So I've already got paint on this side of my stencil. I'm just going to go over here and see if I can get that all off. My hands are dirty, but there we go. And then from there, I'll let it dry. Put tissue paper, put, drawings. I could do more with the sponge. Let's see what else. What over here? Ooh, this pink will show out a lot if I use this. Maybe this corner. I'm just going to use some tape here. So, definitely keep this one here. Okay, green. Okay, so everything in this triangle is going to be pink. You see how it's kind of got the transparent look to it? It's going to kind of look like a highlighter. All right. There's that. I'm going to block that part off. Let's look up heat. I might get this one. I like this blue, so keep it. I definitely need to get some more of this stencil, this pattern, because it looks pretty cool. And to use the same one over and over is kind of easy. Kind of watery. I think that gray was already mixed for a pour painting because it was pretty thin. Here we go. All right, and then now I'm gonna remove my tape. We'll just add up green. I don't want to use orange on this, but I think I'll go back with that teal. That blue, how was that one? This green here though, I don't have a lot of it used. Yeah. It's just gonna be all kinds of different colors, basically. And then I'll go back and use that as my background. So I'm not too worried about getting everything covered. But I like how this blue and black is mixed here for the hexagon shape. You see that? So that's my background that I have and I can use to create again. It looks super crazy and a little bit messy, but once it dries, it's gonna look super cool. So if you're not already following me on Instagram, my handle is, hey guys, oh man, I look super tired. My handle on Instagram is at Nastacio TL. So if you're not already following me, go ahead and follow me and I will put an update on how this comes out. Super crazy. And I will probably be adding on to this one as well. So this one, after the fail the week before last week, if you were with me on that live, I had created this, or I attempted to create this as a painting. You can still kind of see the silver on there, like the paint that I use for the shadowing. So what I did wrong, or why it failed, was because of the foundation, which was my painting. I had three going this way, but I only had two here. So by the time I went to go do the over under weaving, it didn't look quite right. And that was because I had the two, but I didn't have this one. So I went back with the cardboard and I created it so you can actually see the over under weaving method. So I'll be doing another one again. We were able to do the 3D squares tonight. I think it came up pretty awesome. I like it. So I'll definitely probably be doing more of these, or at least something similar. I really enjoyed working on a large canvas. So this pour painting was one of my first ones. So overcoming the fear of learning how to mix the paints properly so that it would flow. And then actually having the courage to mix it all up, put it in a cup, and then dump it on the canvas. It was pretty exciting. It was scary and exciting at the same time. So this is the result of my previous acrylic pour painting. and with the shadow taping. So it kind of looks like it's coming up to a small box. I had to work on it some more because you can still see it's got some areas where it's not consistent. So I'll need to pick a place where my light is coming from and keep the shadow thick on that side. But as you can see, there we go. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me. That's all I have for tonight was drawing that 3D box painting. We've got paint all over the place, so this is what happens when we're having fun. But again, if you stopped by, you hung out with me the entire time, I appreciate you hanging out with me. I hope you're enjoying your Saturday night. And I will see you back here again next week at the same place and same time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube Saturday night. So that's it. I'm probably gonna let this dry and work on it tomorrow. I'm gonna leave my, I was gonna say junk, but I'm gonna leave my art stuff where they are. Don't worry about my hair. I didn't use no gel, but you can see I look like a snow cone. I have my hair colored. It's purple and blue. But anyway, I enjoy hanging out with you guys. I'll be back here next week and we'll see what we're working on. I don't know. I've been wanting to do junk journaling though. I'm gonna take a moment from the painting and I want to do a junk journaling because I want to give you guys an update on the books that I created. I think I've got 8 of them. So I'm actually putting the covers on them now. I've got all the pages sewn in. It took me a while, and that was actually a project that took a good amount of time. So I enjoyed it, and I'll be able to show you guys next week. We'll do something with junk. So I'll see you then. Have a good night. So,